Hey everybody, let's go. I've been waiting for someone to join. I guess that we're all very busy this month. Today we're gonna talk about personal branding. I think that most of us have already seen some classes about personal branding that we talk about your identity, your values, your personal traits, that kind of thing. I'm gonna so to remember this. Mm, okay. We are going to protect your true and your inner value. So the thing is, I think Laura said this a long time. So the thing about personal branding is that when you're going to sell a product, you need to know this product. So you're not going to be able to make a good presentation in a job interview about yourself and what you do best. Don't know what you do best and don't know what puts you forward and what makes you do what you like to do. So for this, you need to know your storytelling that we have already working on it, your mission, that's why you work with this, why you like it, and your personality. So basically, you need to know these things about yourself so you can show it in your body language, in your first impressions, and speaking with people. It may sound a little bit silly to say this, but it's very important to open your mouth correctly when you're going to speak because if you don't sound confident in what you're saying, person will not trust you and you are trying to sell your work there, so you need to be confident. That's a mandatory thing, let's say. Okay, so this kind of thing, I think there's like many classes that will just make it very want to talk to you about something different that you may use in your job. So first, we're going to talk about body language. I guess we have already talked about body language in another class about storytelling, if I am not wrong, or it was a little bit to one of those classes because it's your first impression, it's the way that people see you, and sometimes it's hard to break this first impression, making it better. So you always need to lose confidence and don't cross your arms, don't make a bad posture, don't, I don't know, stop making eye contact. So it's always important to be aware of how you are acting in front of the others, mainly in a job interview because you are being watched. To do here we have the tips, what you have to avoid, what you have to do, and your events. Okay, I want to say something different today about the values because we have been seeing values as something you have for yourself, a personal thing. But I want to talk to you about your value, for example. What can you provide, let's say, this to this company? What can you bring first? What I mean by that is that all of us, we have something that makes us unique in our area. It may be a specialization you have, it may be a soft skill you have, it may be a lot of things, but it's very important that you know what is this thing that makes you special. So you can use this as a value. And I know that it's important to know your values in the function because you need to know this to be confident about who you are so you can talk about this, but I want you also to know your values in the professional area. For example, I am a good teacher and I have a skill that I can learn everything very fast. So if I don't know the subject and I need to give class about it in 30 minutes, I will study very hard in these 30 minutes and I'll be able to give the class in a very confident way because I am good speaking. So that's my skill, for example. It's an but Basically, your value is when you are aware of things that you are good at, and that is what you do best. So I want you to be aware of this too. Okay, so uh, we have already talked about it. This is a very thing. Uh, I haven't recall. I don't recall a job interview that I have done that I haven't been asked this. What is your strongest? What is your strength? What is your weakness? They always ask you this. It's a way to know if you are being honest. And I know that there are some mainstream answers for this. For example, what is your strength? Oh, I am very attentive to details. But I know it's not a problem to answer this. Most of the times it is true, but it's an answer that everybody says. So if you can bring me something different in your strength that is not about being, I don't know, detailist, it's gonna be very good because it's a very mainstream answer. Just answer that is not bad, but everybody says. So if you have another point about yourself that you're very good at, you may talk about it. Have to talk about it because sometimes it's the thing that's gonna make you different and stand up in front of everybody else. Okay. And with this, you always need to know your opportunities and your threats in your area. So, for example, you are a professional that has difficulty working with others or working in a team or asking for help. This may be a weakness or a threat in your area, depends in which area you work. Most areas you need to work as a team. So it's very important to be aware of this. And I want you all to know this and to give attention to this kind of thing because it's really very important. Okay, so what I want to talk to you today that I said my God, was going to be different. Would be going to be my God, uh, about you, buddy. Okay, I'm going to open here whiteboard. Uh, when we are talking about let me just- when we are talking about uh, your values, and I said we need to see your values as professional way, is because I want you to stand out in front of everyone in this company, and I want you to think that you are necessary for this company. I know that we are all in job interviews because we need the job, we need work, but somebody needs to think, oh my God, this person is so good. I need this person in my team. So for this, I want to talk to you about your USP. That is your ultimate. So, this is a method that is usually used in market. That is used to say, um, what my product have that is different from all the other. For example, there is a reason why when you go to the supermarket, you choose, I don't know, Colgate instead of any other brands of uh, toothpaste. There is a reason because of that. It's because it means that for any motive, the Colgate Superior is, uh, I don't know, more things to offer you for your health, for your teeth. I don't know what you believe, but you believe in it. And sometimes not something that you're conscious that you believe is just something that is stuck in your head because of the marketing. Or it can also happen for beverages such as you prefer to drink Coca-Cola instead of Pepsi or whatever beverage you like. But you choose this one specific because you think the taste is better because you believe that it tastes better. And what we want is that the company also believe that you are better than the others for something that or they can clearly identify or just because they have an impression that you are very good at something that the others aren't. Okay, this is your ultimate selling proposition. Basically, we are going to use here what to do best, what they need, and what others can't offer. So you need to think about it. You need to think about what you do best, what they need, and what the others can. Your ultimate selling position is one idea that imagine this your work as a product and is a specific thing in your product that is way better than all the others. So it's mainly a specific thing, but you can use this during your job interview in many points. So it's also a strength, but you're going to show it in many examples. You're not going to just say it once. If your strength, if your USP is that you are very well tired, you have a good studies, you have a large experience in the area, you are going to say this in many, for example, during your answers, and you can use the STAR method for this too. So you can always like be talking about this and give an example about STAR methods, and because it's going to prove that that's real. It's not just babbling around it. You're like me, really mean it. And with this USP, that's what you're the best, what they need, and what others can offer. We always also have the UV. The UVP is basically the same thing, but the ultimate value proposition. Position, sorry. This is the whole idea. Let's say like this is more general. It's not about a specific thing in your area, but in your work, but is a specific is a large thing that you can bring to the company. Not exactly the exact thing. Let me rephrase this. But it's the general benefits that you can bring to it. Okay, so you're going to need to know, uh, besides Jesus, that you are really good. For example, you are really good, you are an accountant, and you are really good with Excel or ASP, I think that's the name of the technique. You are really good at this, and you have experience because you worked with this for 10 years. Okay, but besides being really good at this, what you can bring to this company with this USP? What is the value that you can bring? So basically, it's your value for the company. It's your ultimate value proposition. When we say ultimate, it's because like there's the check match, the best way. That you need to organize in a way that is going to sound that no one else can do this for them. You are the only one that can offer this. So it's really important that you are aware of this kind of thing because it's part of your personal branding. It's about branding, brands. So it's basically really important that you know what makes your brand better, what differs you from the others. So that's really so. Um, Oh, your ultimate self-proposition is basically about this. So I'm gonna open here pictures so you can see it. So you can see it clearly. Maybe image and USP and UVP for job interviews. One thing for your needs is and what you do best is going to get together in your USP. So if your ultimate self-proposition is the main point of what you know. But what others don't offer is basically where we're gonna find your opportunities and where you're gonna use your highlights, your skills, everything that you have worked on and that you are really good, you're gonna use at this point. So this thing that what others don't offer and what you do best is the idea that this skill you have is it's your skill, right? You are so good at this that no one can compare with you. You are the most, the biggest, the best. Okay? So I know that it's funny when I say things like this because sometimes you don't feel like this. You feel like, no, all that most of people in my area have. But you need to believe that you are the best on it because you are trying to sell your product that is you and your work. So if you don't believe that you are the better, who's going to believe? Got it? Okay. So it's always also something a little bit of mindset, but it's not just specifically about this. It's just because you need to believe that you are really good so you can okay. And with all the 3 points, you have your value proposition. That's everything, all the benefits you can offer to your employer, to this company. I remember that when we are having classes about our methods, for example, or storytelling, we always, by the end, we say what we can bring to, for example, storytelling, we always finish talking about the future, and star methods, something with elevator pitch. Elevator pitch, we always finish saying, both of them, actually, I think there is a three of them with we because we always finish what we are saying talking about uh something good. Example, you finish your time method saying how you solve it and the good outcome. In this good outcome, you prove that everything you've done was really good. Your action was good. And on elevator pitch, you finish saying what you can bring to the company. In the storytelling also, you finish saying what you can bring to the company. So when you are talking about this kind of thing, what you can bring to the company, you may also talk about your UVP if you're talking about your values. So you're always going to hit the same point, saying, okay, because I'm very good at this, I work with this, and I can bring you this point. I can bring you this benefit. That's the main idea. You're going to always be knocking on the same door about what you can bring to the company. Then I think that you already got the point. So uh, basically, what I want to bring here for you today, I want you all to think about it like a homework. Think about your USP or UVP. What are the things that you are unique? The things that you are very good doing, the things that no one else can do, and that's it. Mm, Today is gonna be a really short class because there's no one here, and they still can't ask questions if they're here. But please think if you are watching this, please think about your USB, your UVP, so we can discuss this next class. And yes, that's it. Have a good day. If you watch this and have any question, you can ask me on the group, or you can wait for our next class. This document that I used it here in the handout that you already have, I have already sent on the group, on the Telegram group. And if you want this picture about the USB and UZT, you can ask on the group that I will send it to. And that's it. Have a good weekend or a good week. I don't know when you're watching this. And I see you soon. Bye bye.